On Apple Valley News now, a law enforcement encounter leaves 2 dogs dead tonight. We're taking a closer look at what happened.
And we've had an overcast day with 4 storms on the way. Get ready for a wet, windy weekend. All the details coming up in my first alert weather forecast.
Also ahead here at 6, we are talking about a big grant to expand preschool options in the Walla Walla region.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Austin Reed. Well, it is a headline that many of you reached out to us about, asking to look into what happened that led to the shooting of 2 dogs in Benton County.
Now, the dogs were shot and killed by deputies with the Benton County Sheriff's Office. We do want to warn you, the body camera footage that you will see tonight shows that happen.
Yeah, Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma spoke with the owner of the dogs, and she says they were anything but dangerous.
On March 2nd, the Benton County Sheriff's Office says it received a phone call that there was a dangerous dog in a residential area. Deputies responded to the area the caller described, and their body-worn camera were whirling. You can see the deputies here walking behind some homes when suddenly, in the distance, a dog can be seen running towards them. The deputies aimed and shot the dog before it can get too close. One of those deputies laughing after it was done.
I mean, I've always respected the police but this is like a big, huge slap in the face. It really is.
Michelle Swanson is the owner of the 3 Rottweilers, Tank, Diesel, and Macy. She says she was at work when a person staying at her home accidentally left the front door open. She says she could see through her Ring camera her dogs got out. When she could get away from work, she says she went on a hunt to find her pets. In the meantime, one of Shawson's neighbor had already called the sheriff's office because he said the dogs were at his fence barking at his dogs, and he was afraid to get out of his car. The Benton County Sheriff's Office said they called animal control, but no one from the agency showed up. Lieutenant Jason Erickson with BCSO says the deputies were left with no other choice but be prepared to take aggressive action.
We don't carry tranquilizers. We are not dog catchers. And that is why Benton County created the animal control. We have designated them as animal control officers. They are trained. They have cars that are equipped to handle these dogs. They have poles. They have different things at their disposal, and that is why we call them to come out to the scene. That is their job. Again, I don't know why they did not come out. They used to come out 24 hours a day when we would call, but over the last several years, they have not been coming out.
Macy and Diesel died. Tank was not hurt and ran home to Swanson.
I found out on Facebook Messenger from Animal Control like a day later, 2 days later.
Swanson says she is at loss of words at how the deputies handled the situation.
They never tried anything remotely less lethal, humane, anything. It was just they got out their AKs in a residential neighborhood and proceeded to shoot, which poses more of a danger than my dogs ever did.
One thing to point out is a neighbor was heard on one of the deputies' body-worn cameras saying this.
And they went that way?
Well, they don't look crazy aggressive, though. You know?
Okay.
I mean, they're running around and just playing.
We are talking about aggressive dogs who endanger human life. And so we prioritize human life over a dog. And we will do that every day. In this instance, we didn't want to have to take the life of these dogs. However, animal control was not available.
Swanson says animal control neglected their duties, and had they done their job, Macy and Diesel would still be alive.
We have animal control. I mean, it's a taxpayer-funded system. Why do they get to decide they're not going to show up because their kennel's full? I mean, if my dogs were truly dangerous, that's hours that they would have spent on the street. And, no one got hurt. There was no dog fights, nothing. The dogs didn't do anything.
I did talk to animal control, but they declined to do an interview. There is one more thing to add. As Swanson still grieves over the loss of her 2 family pets, she may be facing a third law. She received a court summons labeling Tank as a potential dangerous dog. Swanson says she is working with a lawyer to try and fight the case.
Thank you, Minnie. The Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office is asking for help in a child rape investigation. The Sheriff's Office says this man, Michael Hubbard, is already facing charges of rape of a child in the 2nd degree and 3rd degree, as well as child molestation in the 2nd and 3rd degree. Now they're asking families with children who might have been around Hubbard to reach out to investigators. The Sheriff's Office says Hubbard is in custody. There's no current danger to anyone in the community, and details regarding these accusations have not been released. But again, if you or your children have had recent or regular contact with Hubbard, you need to contact Detective Teal with the Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office. The number to do that is there on your screen, 509-524-5418.
The woman accused of a deadly drunk driving crash on Christmas Day near Hermiston has been arrested. 23-year-old Raylene Cook is charged with 2nd-degree manslaughter, 6 counts of assault, 3 counts of reckless endangerment, reckless driving, and DUI. Authorities say that Cook was driving her vehicle with her 2 children, ages 3 and 5, on Umatilla River Road, when she crashed into another vehicle and caused a 3rd vehicle to also crash. 10-year-old Anthony Guizar died. 6 other people were hurt. Cook is currently at the Umatilla County Jail. Her bail has been set at $500,000.
A Sunnyside Firefighters Union needs your help finding a tote full of T-shirts. Sunnyside firefighters, members of the Sunnyside Professional Firefighters IAFF Local 3542, says a tote was removed from a firefighter's personal vehicle, and inside were T-shirts with the union's logo, which the group sells to raise money for the Cancer Center in Sunnyside. So the tote, we're told, is black with a yellow lid, and they are hoping that someone brings those T-shirts back. Let's talk about your forecast. It's been a lot of changes in the past 24 hours, Stacy.
A lot of changes over the last week, and we have even more coming. We've got 4 systems moving our direction between now and Easter weekend, so be prepared for wet, rainy weather. And again, this is the first one moving through. This evening, rain starts to move inland as it has been raining across the Cascade Mountains all day long. Right now, our radar looking pretty good. We've had a few pockets of stray showers coming through. Those will get a little more active as the night moves on. Dust Devil Sky Cam tonight, 62 degrees. Winds are at 10 miles an hour. We're also going to see those winds come and go throughout the weekend as those systems move through the area, so be prepared for that. Right now, the windy spot is Pendleton. We're seeing gusts up to 20 and 25 miles an hour. Tri-Cities next, and we'll see those winds start to pick up tonight. So scattered showers, breezy to gusty winds this weekend. Light mountain snow to start with, but lots of mountain snow coming over the next week. And I'll have your ski forecast coming up here in just about 20 minutes. More rain headed our way next week and into the Easter weekend. All those details on the way. Austin, Alyssa.
Stacy, thank you. We'll see in just a bit. We have an update tonight on the transformation of an old fire station turning into the new Benton County Election Center. These images of the work are coming in from the Benton County government's Facebook page. Work got underway in January, and these images show the progress so far. The county says construction on the new election center will wrap up in the fall, just in time for the general election in November.
The State Department of Commerce is sending more than $200,000 to Walla Walla to help create more space to care for very young children. That grant will be used to help renovate the Center for Children and Families so they can add options for families with babies younger than 2. The Walla Walla Public Schools Director of Early Learning told me today there is a big need for more options in that very young age group, and this grant will help with a remodeling project to open up more space. But he says it's going to take some time.
We can't just all of a sudden take out adult-sized furniture and then put in really small furniture and say we're good to go, right? We have to ensure the safety and well-being of those we serve, and so there's specific requirements therein. So a lot of the renovation and remodeling will be a result of those licensing requirements.
So the grant will allow for remodeling more than 1,300 square feet of space at the Center for Children and Families in Walla Walla. That's opening up 20 new slots for children younger than 2.
New information tonight from the FBI. This is regarding the door plug blowout on a Boeing plane after it left Portland.
And that's not the only incident plaguing Boeing right now. Another on the company's aircraft bringing their safety standards under scrutiny.
And let's take a live look outside. Clouds are in the sky and changes are coming this weekend for your forecast. Stacey Lee is tracking all of it in just a bit. Hang tight.
I love that my daughter still needs me, but sometimes I can't help due to burning and stabbing pain in my hands. So I use Nervive.
Nervive's clinical dose of ALA reduces nerve discomfort in as little as 14 days.
Now I can help again. Feel the difference with Nervive.
Jordan's sore nose let out a fiery sneeze, so Dad grabbed Puffs Plus lotion to soothe her with ease. Puffs Plus lotion is gentle on sensitive skin and locks in moisture to provide soothing relief. A nose in need deserves Puffs indeed. America's #1 lotion tissue.
At Goodwill, we're more than just a store. We believe in the power of community. Our devoted team of employees, working hand in hand with local business partners, unite to create opportunities for all. Within Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is a free walk-in job search assistance program that assists job seekers in crafting resumes, preparing for interviews, and grants access to community resources and information. We're not just building careers, we're building bridges that strengthen our community.
Goodwill, where your purchases and donations transform your community.
Now is a great time to get an offer you'll love on the Accord Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid. Inventory is here, so bring on the fun. Bring on the weekend getaways. Bring on the memories. And get a great offer on a Honda, named the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh! That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
Right now, during our spring tire sale, save up to $80 on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
There's no other word quite like home, because it's more than any specific place. It could be in the team spirit that keeps your heart pounding the whole drive over the mountains. It could be in the friendships that make you able to laugh at yourself. It's a feeling, a belonging, and that's really different for everyone. So while we can't define what home is to you, what we can do is help you get there.
Find your way home in a 2024 Mazda CX-5 with 0% financing from McCurley Mazda.
Welcome to Premier Woodworks, your premier source for custom cabinetry and full-service interior design. Our custom designs are brought to life with 3D images to help you visualize the final result. Our high-quality cabinetry is crafted with care and attention to detail. From kitchen and bath design to remodel project management, we're here to make your dream space a reality. Premier Woodworks, located at 109 North Washington Street in Kennewick.
Before you head for the slopes, catch the Apple Valley News Now Northwest Ski Report. It's on air during weather, online at applevalleynewsnow.com or on our mobile app. The Northwest Ski Report from Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Schweitzer Mountain Resort in Sandpoint, Idaho. ET and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra. Welcome back to the news at 6. Even more problems are plaguing Boeing tonight. A so-called braking anomaly is now under investigation. This is as airline executives demand a meeting with the company's board of directors.
Yeah, that comes after several recent safety incidents. Rhiannon Alley says it's another hit for the company that's based here in Washington.
This morning, safety standards at Boeing once again under scrutiny after investigators say the brakes failed on an American Airlines flight in Dallas.
There have been some problems down at Boeing with its manufacturing process.
The pilots realized they had no brakes after landing, forcing them to use thrust reversers to slow down, causing the Boeing 737 to roll off the runway.
They ran off into this engineered material. It slowed them down to a stop without anybody being hurt.
Investigators say the plane's brakes were replaced 4 days earlier. They say these images show how a maintenance worker apparently swapped the electric lines and hydraulic lines.
Normally, when you have an airplane that comes out of maintenance, you want to be extra careful, and that's why we run a lot of checklists, and the maintenance folks run a lot of checklists. But these are human beings, and somebody got something wrong here.
It's the latest in a string of incidents involving Boeing planes. In January, a Boeing 737 MAX 9 jet lost a door panel in mid-flight due to 4 missing bolts, prompting the FAA to ground that model for weeks. During that time, Alaska and United found loose bolts on grounded planes, and a supplier found misdrilled holes in window frames. Just this month, an external panel fell off this United jet. And a 777 lost a wheel during takeoff in San Francisco, crushing several cars below. Now, top airline executives are reportedly demanding a meeting with Boeing's board of directors.
They're actually going over the CEO's head. And that suggests that they want to talk about the strategy of the company, the long-term direction of it.
On a recent earnings call with investors, CEO David Calhoun addressed the safety concerns.
We simply must be better. Our customers deserve better.
And airline executives could meet as soon as next week with Boeing's board of directors. Alyssa.
Yeah, we heard them mention that door plug blowout on the Boeing plane that flew out of Portland. The FBI has now sent letters to the passengers who were on board, suggesting they could be victims of a crime in that incident. Now, the letter didn't say why that could be, but it did note that the case is under federal investigation. Later, the Bureau could not confirm whether it's investigating, saying that it's against Department of Justice protocol.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Well, we have active weather headed our way for several days. This is what's happening out on the coast. This is the first wave. There's another system out in the Pacific and 2 more behind that. So between now and Easter weekend, get ready for some pretty active weather. Here's our next system that's going to start hitting us tomorrow. Again, bringing lots of moisture to the shoreline and west side, and then eventually tracking across eastern Washington and Oregon. Look at the snow that's developing across Montana and all the way down. We're going to see lots more snow in Idaho, Montana, Colorado. Mostly going to see rain showers in our neck of the woods. In fact, here's some heavy showers coming through. Potentially some thunder and lightning on the east slopes of the Cascades with this system. It is a southwesterly flow, so that brings the warmer air merging with our cold air. And again, that could cause potentially some thunder showers here in the Heppner area. We're going to watch that overnight tonight in the region. Unsettled, partly cloudy most of the day tomorrow. Some wet weather for Walla Walla early in the day. Scattered showers on and off. We see a pretty big cell moving through just east of Pendleton, and then we have snow showers coming across the Cascades. This is as we get into Sunday. We remain unsettled with pockets of rain and snow showers across the Cascades. We're not at winter weather advisories right now, but we are going to see some active weather across the area. Now, how much rain are we going to get? Not a lot. Look at these totals. Maybe a ½ an inch in Pendleton, a 1/10 of an inch in the Tri-Cities, a little over a 1/4 of an inch in Yakima. So not accumulating a whole lot over the next few days. We are at a deficit, though, for the month of March so far. We still have another week or so to go. Here's our numbers, what we've received so far and how much of a deficit. Look at Walla Walla, nearly an inch light in rain. So we need those rain showers to get our spring going nicely, get those yards and all those plants moving so that we will have beautiful gardens. All right, let's track those winds. We're going to see gusty winds this weekend. They'll pick up through the gorge. You'll see those winds picking up through the Columbia Basin. Foothills of the Blues tomorrow morning going to be breezy. Then those winds pick up in the Columbia Basin. We'll see winds start to settle down a little bit in some of our areas, but staying pretty breezy in the Tri-Cities. On Sunday, it gets quite windy as that next system passes through, especially through the Columbia River Gorge and the Columbia Basin. So look for those breezy to gusty winds. 62 degrees on our Dust Devil Sky Cam tonight. Winds are light right now at 10 miles an hour. They'll pick up a little bit overnight tonight. Let's check out our temperature trend over the next 24 hours. We could see some scattered showers beginning around midnight through the early morning hours. Temperature staying on the warm side. That's due to that southwesterly flow. In Yakima, look for those showers overnight as well, down to 42 degrees, and we get up into the 50s by midday tomorrow there. but again, unsettled and scattered showers through the area. And if you hear any thunder in the area, remember, thunder roars, you head indoors. So think about that if you do encounter one of those thunderstorms. Weekend forecast for our travelers out there heading to Seattle. Grab your umbrella, going to need it. It's going to be wet there. It's going to be rather stormy in the Portland area and along the Oregon coast this weekend, with potential for thunder and lightning out that direction. If you're heading up to the Spokane area to catch some of that NCAA action, it's going to be active weather there, with even some rain mixed with snow possible on Sunday. Here's our 7-day planning forecast. Lots of active weather, as we say, breezy winds, rains. Look at that all the way through the middle of next week. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4 punch of storms coming through our region. Same thing for Walla Walla and Hermiston, those breezy winds. Temperatures staying just at normal or just below normal. Let's talk ski forecast. We thought the season was over. Not quite. Not a bad looking view of Schweitzer Mountain right now, but we didn't get any new snow lately. However, Schweitzer could see up to 8 inches by the end of the weekend, calling for rain showers, but the temperature staying cool enough they should be picking up some snow there. Ski Blua didn't get any new snow either, but we could be seeing some this weekend. Temperatures a little bit on the warm side there to get any accumulation. And it's been a rainy day at White Pass. However, that should change to rain mixed with snow tomorrow, again above that freezing level. Wind chill will help keep the snow in good condition. Your ski report is brought to you by Schweitzer Mountain Ski Resort. Guys?
All right, Stacy, it is an important tool aimed at helping those in crisis.
Tonight, we're going to find out what change the FCC is planning to make to the 988 Crisis Lifeline. That's next on Apple Valley News Now at 6.
You work hard for your money, and now you can get money back on state taxes you already paid with the Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
We wondered, where do people do their banking? So we asked.
I bank at Hapo.
Hapo's my bank. I've been a member of Hapo since I was 10 years old, 60 years.
I bank at Hapo Community Credit Union.
I'm with Hapo.
You're not just a number there, you're treated really well.
I feel like they're part of my community.
It's easy, it's convenient, and I don't know, I just love the people there.
I guess the question we should be asking is, where do you credit union? Join Hapo Community Credit Union today.
Are you an experienced machinist? We have a job for you. Pasco Machine is hiring now. We offer generous wages, overtime, double time, full medical, paid holidays, and 4-day work schedule. Apply online today at pascomachine.com.
How does free college or training sound? It's possible. Washington College Grant gives eligible people money for certificate programs, job training, apprenticeships, or college. Learn more at wagrant.org. That's wagrant.org.
There's no other word quite like home, because it's more than any specific place. It could be in the team spirit that keeps your heart pounding the whole drive over the mountains. It could be in the friendships that make you able to laugh at yourself. It's a feeling, a belonging, and that's really different for everyone. So while we can't define what home is to you, what we can do is help you get there.
Find your way home in a 2024 Mazda CX-5 with 0% financing from McCurley Mazda.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pai gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Next ET, we're in London for the latest royal family drama, plus Justin Hartley mixing work and play with wife Sophia Pernis.
God, I'm so good. I'm so good.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Take advantage of the tax credits you can, including the annual Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You can get money back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Tonight, a proposed change in how calls to the 988 Crisis Lifeline are routed. The head of the FCC has proposed that telecom companies route those calls based on your location rather than your area code. So the aim here is to more efficiently connect callers with nearby help. So, for example, under the current system, if you call 988 in Los Angeles, but you're calling from a New York area code phone number, your call would be transferred all the way back across the country to a crisis center in New York. The head of the FCC expects the proposal to change that to pass in a vote of the full commission in a few weeks. And again, those in crisis can call or text 988 anytime for help. Today marks 10 years since the deadly Oso landslide in western Washington. Tonight we're talking about what we've learned a decade on. That's ahead at 6:30.
Sweet Creek Falls on Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
Ready to bring your dream countertop to life? At Floor & Home, you dream, we install. This month, pay no sales tax at your local Richland or Walla Walla Floor & Home.
At GMA, we love dogs. Love dogs! And next week, we're about to reveal live only on GMA the most popular dog breeds right now. So, what dogs made the list?
This is gonna be a big one.
An evening with Third Eye Blind. Third Eye Blind. Live in concert. Playing a career-spanning full-band electric set. Legends Casino, Hotel Toppenish. Friday, April 12th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com and at the Legends Casino gift shop. For more, visit thirdeyeblind.com.
I've been with U.S. Cellular for years now, and I think I'm their biggest fan. So they asked me to tell you about their special customer event, Us Days. Us Days means exclusive deals just for us customers, like up to $1,200 to upgrade to any new phone. So I said, if I'm going to be on TV, do you think I can get hair and makeup? And I even got a manicure, too.
Introducing Us Days at U.S. Cellular. Exclusive offers just for our customers. Get up to $1,200 to upgrade to any new phone.
The Honda you want is here. So drive in the moment with the versatile CR-V or Accord. Both named a Car and Driver 10 Best. And when you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Next extra, the Bachelor finale, sparking more wild theories than Cake Gate.
Some people say that you are not going to choose anyone.
We give Joey a final grilling before the final rose. Next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now. Native Americans serve in the military at a higher percentage than any other group. My name is Stephanie Stoops. I'm a Navy veteran. I'm enrolled in the Kalispel tribe. I always knew that I was depressed. Even the thought of opening up to anybody is so scary, but it's so necessary. Healing from traumatic experiences has allowed me to actually explore who am I, because I actually like me.
Want to know a secret? More than just my armpits stink. That's why I use Secret Whole Body Deodorant everywhere.
4 out of 5 gynecologists would recommend Whole Body Deodorant, which gives you 72-hour odor protection from your pits to your
Secret Whole Body Deodorant.
Jordan's sore nose let out a fiery sneeze, so Dad grabbed Puffs Plus lotion to soothe her with ease. Puffs Plus lotion is gentle on sensitive skin and locks in moisture to provide soothing relief. A nose in need deserves Puffs indeed. America's #1 lotion tissue.
Ready to bring your dream kitchen floor to life? At Floor & Home, you dream, we install. This month, pay no sales tax at your local Richland or Walla Walla Floor & Home.
Next on the area's only local news during the 6:30 half hour, it is one of the deadliest landslides in American history. 10 years ago today, a slide in eastern Washington claimed 43 lives. We are taking a closer look at the aftermath.
That's western Washington over in Oso. And the Lions Park is planning to shut down for about a year in College Place. We're going to talk about why that's happening and why city officials hope that families will agree it's worth the wait. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
All right. Well, it is the deadliest landslide in the United States history. It happened 10 years ago today.
Yep, and since then, the government has made some progress on researching and understanding landslides, but they are still difficult to predict. Apple Valley News Now's Jessica Jalal shows us what's known about the Oso landslide 10 years later.
March 22nd marks 10 years since the Oso landslide that killed 43 people in Oso, Washington, becoming the deadliest landslide in United States history. Oso is a rural area of a couple hundred residents. The neighborhood of Steelhead Haven is a subdivision of that, consisting of about 35 homes. On Saturday morning, March 22nd of 2014, the side of a hill collapsed in Steelhead Haven, coming down across the Stillaguamish River, burying the entire neighborhood under muck and debris. The highway running alongside was buried 20 feet deep. 36-year-old Summer Raffo was driving on State Route 530. She was on her way to shoe a horse when the landslide buried her, ripping off the roof of her blue Subaru. Her brother and his teenage sons went to go look for her. They spent 5 days digging through. When they found her, her hands were still on the wheel. The speedometer on her car read 60 miles per hour.
Ever since that day 3, when the reality set in, I knew that I'm going to explain to everybody how special my sister was to me, to my mom, to my entire family, and let them know who the person she was. And doing this memorial is doing that for me.
9 people survived the landslide, including a mother and a baby who were reunited in the hospital 2 weeks later.
The other thing that was very, very important to me was the first responders. We wanted a place, because there's a lot of them that are still struggling, and we wanted a place for them to come and reflect on what they did for our family and bringing everyone home, and the appreciation that we have for everything they did.
The trauma that ensued afterwards put dangerous landslides on the map. It was a wake-up call for the U.S. Washington officials began hiring more staff and mapping more areas to get a better handle on the landslide risk. Guidelines were also tightened regarding logging landslide-prone slopes.
There are hundreds of thousands of landslide risk areas in Washington state that we haven't even mapped, that we haven't been able to get that information to the community, to the planners and policymakers, and we could be putting more and more people at risk because we haven't done that work.
Now the federal government has a better strategy for understanding and researching the dangers that landslides can have. However, the efforts are still very new, so landslides can continue to wreak more havoc as climate change is only intensifying. When it comes to predicting landslides, it's still difficult, although some research has helped to establish what could happen with certain types of conditions.
Oftentimes landslides happen where they've happened before, and so if we can understand where landslides have happened in the past, that'll help us be aware of where they might occur in the future.
Since Oso, post-wildfire landslides have become more frequent in California, with one destroying a home in LA just last week.
A lot of the storms that we feel along the West Coast, all the way from Alaska to Baja, are driven by atmospheric rivers. And so these big weather systems are able to hold more moisture because of the increased temperature. So that's a big one. Fire is a huge one that makes landscapes more susceptible to landslides.
That was Jessica Jalal reporting. Now, Washington Senator Maria Cantwell released a statement on the 10-year anniversary of the Oso landslide. That says, in part, we honor the 43 people whose lives were suddenly and tragically cut short 10 years ago. We also renew our gratitude to the first responders, those who searched for and those who restored services to areas cut off by the landslide. Being there in the aftermath, Cantwell says, with the community is something I will never forget. And this is a disaster we never want to see repeated.
And Senator Cantwell and Senator Murkowski introduced a bill to expand the National Landslide Preparedness Act for a total of 10 years. The act helped expand early warning systems for post-wildfire landslides. It also created a new federal program that focused on landslide hazards.
And as we were hearing from Jessica, that's something we've focused on a lot in the past 10 years and something that sounds like it seems to be improving.
Change happens for sure. Let's talk weather now. The weekend is coming up, and it was a nice week.
Nice week, but then maybe a good time to stay inside this weekend. Hey, Stacey?
Maybe so, or at least grab your rain gear. I'm tracking on radar. There is some thunder and lightning. That's further down the Columbia River Gorge along I-84. But as you can see the path of this, it's coming up, and this will impact the Cascade Mountains and those east slopes outside of Yakima, where we're tracking possible thunder and lightning tonight and tomorrow night. So be aware of that. If you're out in those areas, thunder roars, you head indoors. Scattered showers through the area. We're in the 40s for most of the night tonight. 43 Walla Walla, 46 Tri-Cities, 41 in Yakima. Let's take a look at those weekend temperatures into the first part of next week. Again, unsettled, chance of rain, temperatures staying in the 50s, dropping down into the 30s overnight in Yakima. Wet couple of days for Tri-Cities, on and off showers. 36 for our overnight low Sunday into Monday. In Walla Walla, it's going to be pretty wet there over the weekend as well. Grab your umbrella, your rain jacket. 37. Temperatures are pretty mild, however. And then in Hermiston, look for breezy winds and scattered showers through Monday. Temperatures down into the 30s overnight. Lots more to talk about, including 3 more storms that are coming our way in your First Alert full weather forecast. Austin, Alyssa.
All right, Stacy. Developing news tonight out of Russia after an armed rampage inside a theater in Moscow. The attack inside Crocus Hall killed 40 people and left 100 others hurt. The audience had gathered for a rock concert when attackers with guns stormed inside and began firing. Russian media reports the attackers threw an explosive which triggered a fire. No claim of responsibility yet connected to the attack. A recent statement from the U.S. Embassy in Moscow warned that Americans in Russia, they need to avoid crowded places. And this is, of course, all over the concerns of that potential attack that could be just like that one.
Now, an update regarding a University of Missouri senior who is missing since March 8th in Nashville, Tennessee. Investigators say the body of 22-year-old Riley Strain is turned up in the Cumberland River in West Nashville. Strain vanished after a night out with members of his fraternity downtown. Authorities say Strain's debit card turned up on the riverbank just 15 minutes from the bar where he was last seen. An autopsy will determine how he died, but so far, authorities say they do not suspect foul play. Looking locally tonight, the city of College Place broke ground on a renovation project that will transform the city's largest park. This is more than a $5 million project. It'll include a splash pad, new electrical work, and upgraded play equipment, which is something the mayor says was a top request from the community.
We invited citizens through a survey asking them what they think would be great attributes to our park. And many mentioned that they would like to see an inclusive playground where children with disabilities can play because they've struggled to play in our current systems.
So the first phase of this project, including the playground upgrades, is expected to take about a year. Mayor Hernandez says Part 2 will be replacing this building with a 2-story community center. We're going to have some more details about that on our website for you.
The city of Richland is preparing to remove several aging trees in Jefferson Park next week and replacing them with new ones. This is all part of the city's Renew and Replace model, first initiated about 10 years ago. The model includes planting new trees and allowing them enough time to establish growth before removing the old ones. Next week, the city will begin to remove older trees lining George Washington Way. The city says it is necessary to remove these trees now so the younger ones can survive and grow. In celebration of Arbor Day on April 26th, the city is planning on planting 25 new trees on the east side of the park as well. Lots of speculation recently surrounding members of the British royal family, and now we have a revealing announcement.
Princess Catherine now battling cancer. Coming up, we're going to hear the message that she shared today. And expect some spring showers this weekend. Stacey Lee has your First Alert forecast next on Apple Valley News Now at 6:30.
ET and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra. Did you know that you may have insurance coverage for your own medical expenses? If you have insurance questions, call Allen Brecky Law Offices. Call 735-0546 to find out what your rights are under the law.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad. Hey, watch it. It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face. Game changer. While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience. The best a man can get is Gillette Labs.
Jordan's sore nose let out a fiery sneeze, so Dad grabbed Puffs Plus lotion to soothe her with ease. Puffs Plus lotion is gentle on sensitive skin and locks in moisture to provide soothing relief. A nose in need deserves Puffs indeed. America's #1 lotion tissue.
The Honda you want is here. So drive in the moment with the versatile CR-V or Accord. Both named a Car and Driver 10 Best. And when you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
This is Ford Truck Month. With amazing offers across an amazing lineup of Ford trucks. Make way for the event that only comes around once a year, featuring the new 2024 Ford F-150 and Super Duty, the North American Truck of the Year. Get ready and get to Ford Truck Month. Lock in a 6-year rate. Get 1.9% APR for 72 months on a 2023 F-150 only at your local Ford dealer.
Want free college or career training? It's possible.
When it's more than just your lawn, it deserves the Kubota Z400. When you need a head-turning offer on class-leading speed, agility, durability, simple deck height adjustments, and a professional-grade cut, then you need the Kubota Z400 mower. Now get the Z400 mower for 0 down, 0% APR for 48 months or save $300.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Hey Ham Fam! Easter is March 31st and Honey Baked Ham is your Easter dinner headquarters. Bring home our famous slow-smoked, fully cooked spiral-cut hams, dripping with our handcrafted, mouth-watering glaze. At Honey Baked Ham, we have your complete meal with a host of delicious sides and decadent desserts ready for you to bring home. Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard in the Planet Fitness Shopping Center. Give us a call or order online at myhoneybakedstore.com. Put a Honey Baked Ham on your table this year. Collision at only 20 miles per hour can still cause serious injuries, even with safety belts and airbags. There's no guarantee that you will walk away injury-free. To find out what your rights are under the law, call now.
Welcome back. Great Britain's Princess of Wales shared a message about her health today after weeks of speculation that had made worldwide headlines.
Yeah, Princess Kate announced that she has cancer and is undergoing preventative chemotherapy. ABC's Patrick Reevell has the latest from London.
It has been an incredibly tough couple of months.
Britain shaken today by the announcement that Princess Kate is being treated for cancer. The princess revealing her diagnosis in a video, saying it was discovered during a surgery back in January.
And at the time, it was thought that my condition was non-cancerous. The surgery was successful. However, tests after the operation found cancer had been present. My medical team therefore advised that I should undergo a course of preventative chemotherapy, and I'm now in the early stages of that treatment.
The palace is not naming the type of cancer or what stage it is, but saying Kate is now on a, quote, recovery pathway. The announcement follows weeks of mounting speculation around the princess's health and rampant conspiracy theories circulating online. Kate underwent abdominal surgery in January. She's been out of the public eye since December. The speculation reaching a frenzy last week after the palace released this photo, later shown to be photoshopped.
This, of course, came as a huge shock. And William and I have been doing everything we can to process and manage this privately for the sake of our young family. Most importantly, it has taken us time to explain everything to George, Charlotte and Louis in a way that's appropriate for them and to reassure them that I'm going to be okay.
Kate today saying she had kept her diagnosis private while she explained it to her 3 children.
We hope that you'll understand that as a family, we now need some time, space and privacy while I complete my treatment.
This follows King Charles's own diagnosis with cancer, announced in February. Kate, the country's future queen. The UK's Prime Minister Rishi Sunak today criticising some media coverage of the princess and wishing her a speedy recovery. The palace is asking for privacy, saying Kate will return to her public duties once her medical team clear her. But for now, she's in good spirits and is focused on making a full recovery. Patrick Reevell, ABC News, London.
Well, a new study by University of Washington tonight finding that being exposed to COVID-19 again and again changes how your immune system responds to later infections. This is a process called immune imprinting, where your body makes antibodies and memory cells that store vaccine and virus information from everything you have been exposed to. UW researchers found an exceptional situation of immune imprinting in response to the COVID pandemic. The imprinting gives your immune system a head start if you get COVID again or if you have had multiple vaccinations. According to David Wiesler, a biochemist at University of Washington's Medical School, it is exceptional because this is completely different from the virus, where the imprinting doesn't stick after exposure to a different flu virus.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Let's talk about these systems coming in. Here's our radar and satellite. We have the setup. This is the first of 4. You see another big one out there, and there's 2 more right behind that. So active weather all the way into Easter weekend. That's next week. Here's this first system coming through, pushing up moisture all the way from San Francisco into the Cascade Mountains and up to the Canadian border. Here's the system moving through tomorrow that is going to punch through, bring moisture to the west side. We could see a little bit of snow, light snow to begin with this first system that we're dealing with. The next couple systems get a little bit stronger and we'll see even more snow. But check out the snow coming through the Montana area all the way down into Idaho. Plus, after it gets done here, it moves into Colorado where they just had a bunch of snow. Well, they get even more. Here's what our futurecast is showing us overnight. Tonight, we'll see some stray showers moving through the area. Heavy rain on the west side, as you can see. You'll see rain coming down the east slopes of the Cascades, possibly moving into Walla Walla. Now, we are tracking some possible thunderstorms, and I was seeing that near the Portland area already this evening. As we get into our Saturday night, we'll have some heavy showers coming up from the south, where we could potentially see some thunder and lightning along the foothills of the Blues or in the Blue Mountains. There's a little bit of snow running across the Cascades, more wet weather on Sunday, and very unsettled, scattered coming through the area. So expect a little bit of rain, and as those systems move through, some wind as well. How much rain are we going to accumulate? Not a lot. This is through Sunday, maybe a 1/4 of an inch in Walla Walla, a trace here in the Tri-Cities, Hanford, Prosser, Hermiston picking up a little bit more up towards Ellensburg. For the month, though, so far we're behind on our rain totals. So these next couple of systems are a good thing. We're beneath or deficit of 0.36 in the Tri-Cities. Look at Walla Walla, nearly an inch deficit going on there. So we do need that rain to come on through. Now, we are tracking breezy and gusty winds, and like I said, as those systems move through the area, you'll see those winds start to pick up, like in the Hermiston area, foothills of the Blues. As we get into our Saturday afternoon, Columbia Basin will start to see some winds picking up, and then we'll see those continue into Saturday. Another big batch of wind coming in on Sunday afternoon, especially down in the Columbia River Gorge, foothills of the Blues and the Columbia Basin. So blustery weather for the next couple of days. 62 degrees on our Legends Casino Skycam. I do see a little bit of sunshine out there, but look at the big clouds behind us. The winds are right now at 10 miles per hour. Temperature trends, well, remember we were breaking records just a couple of days ago. We continue to slide down. We'll get down into the 50s eventually, sitting right about average for the Tri-Cities, sliding down into the 50s in Yakima with the temperatures there just about the average for this time of year. Let's take a look at those temps overnight tonight. We're going to be in the 40s through the region, 43 Walla Walla, 46 Tri-Cities, 43 Toppenish, 38 tonight Ellensburg. Weekend forecast, if you hit the road, take your rain gear to Seattle. You're going to need it there. It's going to be pretty wet all weekend long. A bit more stormy if you're heading into the Portland area or to the Oregon coast. Look for some thunder and lightning possible there. And if you're heading up north to the Spokane area, maybe to catch some of that basketball action, it's going to be pretty stormy there. Wet, maybe even a little rain mixed with snow. Here's what things are looking like for the next 7 days in Yakima, Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, and in Hermiston. So pretty active weather forecast, guys. Got to try to stay dry, and definitely don't put away your rain gear. You're going to need that for the next week or so. Austin, Alyssa.
All right, Stacy. Tonight, speaking of basketball, we are talking about the NCAA men's basketball tournament now underway.
And it is exciting because there are two Washington teams in the tournament. We are talking about how they've done so far next on Apple Valley News Now at 6:30.
You work hard for your money, and now you can get money back on state taxes you already paid with the Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Live a life of luxury at Legends Casino Hotel during our Lux Bucks giveaway. You could win up to $5,000 every Thursday or the big prize of $10,000 and a luxury item from Burberry, Tumi, Prada, Louis Vuitton, or Yves Saint Laurent. Ooh la la! Did I just speak French? Just use your Legends rewards card to earn valuable entries for our Lux Bucks cash, purses, and luggage. Okay, so it's not a Rolls Royce or a Chateau in the Alps, but we're just a casino in Toppenish, so cut us some slack. And play Lux Bucks at Legends Casino Hotel every Thursday in March.
It's time to play Get to Know the Raptors and Alice. Favorite food?
Pizza, duh. Ribeye steak, rare.
A bowl of cantaloupe the size of a swimming pool.
Favorite triple play attraction?
2 words, arcade. The entire Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park.
Zipline. It's great for talking with guests.
Triple play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, ropes course, and many more. All attached to a cozy hotel.
Cantaloupe, really?
Steak, really?
There's no other word quite like home, because it's more than any specific place. It could be in the team spirit that keeps your heart pounding the whole drive over the mountains. It could be in the friendships that make you able to laugh at yourself. It's a feeling, a belonging, and that's really different for everyone. So while we can't define what home is to you, what we can do is help you get there.
Find your way home in a 2024 Mazda CX-5 with 0% financing from McCurley Mazda.
How long do I have to wait?
Watch Thursday at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health, your 5-star rated hospital. This is how we care.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $1,600 off on a new Daikin Fit system and thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Next ET, we're in London for the latest royal family drama, plus Justin Hartley mixing work and play with wife Sophia Pernis.
God, I'm so good. So good.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Take advantage of the tax credits you can, including the annual Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You can get money back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
PAR, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you going to build?
Welcome back. The NCAA men's basketball tournament is underway with teams in Washington State in the tournament, not one but two this year. Last night, the Washington State Cougs took on the Drake Bulldogs. Now, the Cougs led by 4 at halftime. The Bulldogs came out hot in the second half. They took the lead, but the Cougs responded under 2 minutes to play. We saw a big shot to end the game. WSU for the win, 66-61. Next up is second seed Iowa State. That is coming up tomorrow. Tip-off at 3:10.
Now the Gonzaga men up against the 12th seed McNeese State Cowboys. Gonzaga struggled for much of the year with that 3-ball, but that wasn't the case last night. Many brackets and top sports analysts picked McNeese to upset Gonzaga in the first round, but the Bulldogs did not disappoint. They bested the Cowboys 86-65. Gonzaga players say it really did come down to defense. Next up for them is Kansas. Tip-off tomorrow at 12:15 p.m. A win for Gonzaga will take them into their 9th Sweet 16 in a row.
Always fun to see those teams come back year after year.
Yep, over and over.
We'll be watching. We'll also have a final look at your forecast when we come back.
Colon cancer usually develops over time without symptoms, and screening is the best way to find the disease early. Learn more at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Prosser Digestive Health Center at Prosser Memorial Health reminds us that colon cancer screening saves lives. This is how we care.
Next extra, the Bachelor finale, sparking more wild theories than Cake Gate.
Some people say that you are not going to choose anyone.
We give Joey a final grilling before the final roast. Next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
So, all of us are here to talk about trading. Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See, $830 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
You drive a hard bargain. Boom. Chocolate milk.
You don't have to trade. I'll take the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Get $830 off any phone. No trade-in needed. US Cellular. Built for us.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is celebrating 29 years with a $150,000 anniversary Jeep giveaway. Beep beep, win a Jeep for $20,000 cash. Play with your Club Wildcard to earn entries every day. Or download our mobile app. Play the game and win bonus Jeep entries. Play with your Club Wildcard to earn entries and win up to $1,600 every Friday and Saturday. Then drive off in a new Jeep Wrangler or take home $20,000 cash on Saturday, March 30. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often. Celebrating 29 years.
When you have moderate to severe eczema, it's okay to show off. With Dupixent, show off your clearer skin and less itch. Because you have plenty of reasons to show off your skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, you can stay ahead of your eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your skin from within. Many adults saw 90% clearer skin. Some even achieved long-lasting clearer skin and fast itch relief after first dose. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent.
I love that my daughter still needs me, but sometimes I can't help due to burning and stabbing pain in my hands. So I use Nervive.
Nervive's clinical dose of ALA reduces nerve discomfort in as little as 14 days.
Now I can help again. Feel the difference with Nervive.
Jordan's sore nose let out a fiery sneeze, so Dad grabbed Puffs Plus lotion to soothe her with ease. Puffs Plus lotion is gentle on sensitive skin and locks in moisture to provide soothing relief. A nose in need deserves Puffs indeed. America's #1 lotion tissue.
Jessica Jalor, Good Morning Northwest. Weekday mornings from 5 to 7.
We are 1 hour and 4 minutes away from tonight's massive Mega Millions drawing.
Not that anybody's counting.
Yeah.
That drawing is tonight at 8. The jackpot, $977 million, but it's not the only huge jackpot up for grabs.
Yes, the Powerball drawing is tomorrow night, Saturday at 8 o'clock. That has a $750 million jackpot.
Not exactly chump change.
No, not at all.
What would you do with all that loot?
I don't know. I don't know.
You know, we already get to live here.
Yeah, right, yeah.
We all do get to live here. Well, I don't know. I was inspired by our viewer photo tonight. Check this out.
Oh.
Apparently, Mike has made a little trip and making me very jealous of his trip to Fiji, but look at that gorgeous photo.
Oh.
So if I had that kind of cash, Alyssa, I think I'd buy maybe an island in Fiji.
There you go.
At least a first-class ticket out there for a trip, right?
Exactly. All right, go ahead and snap a picture of that QR code on the right side of your screen. You can share your vacation weather photos. We don't mind. And local weather photos. And especially if we catch any lightning or thunder this weekend, you might want to grab photos safely from the confines of your home, hopefully. So let's go ahead and plan out your day for tomorrow. We've got pretty wet weather, windy, and we got a lot going on there, guys. So again, keep your rain gear handy and keep a jacket handy as those temperatures are cool.
All right. Thanks, Stacy, and thank you so much for watching.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Hoping your news is good news.
Good night.